Are you guys ready for it? Got another one coming. Today we are going to draw the sloth. He's pretty fun. I think you guys will have a good time with it. You're gonna need paper. Any kind of paper works. You're gonna need a pencil, and today you definitely need an eraser because we're gonna be doing a little bit of erasing. It doesn't have to be this kind, it can be the kind on the end of your pencil, but you definitely need an eraser. I'm always a big fan of the black marker, and I like to color my stuff. You don't have to. Okay, we're gonna start with our sloth's head, and we're gonna start with kind of a just a head shape. I'm going to put mine right about here so I've got kind of room for him to come across my paper. So I'm going to start with a shape that's sort of like this. It's not really a circle, it's not really an oval. And then I am going to draw in his body. And you need to draw this part really lightly because we are going to be erasing part of it. Kind of looks like a weird, I don't know, you could think of lots of things. This could be like the baby's head and it could be all wrapped up. It could be a bean with some weird growth on it. I don't know. It's kind of whatever you want it to be. Now we're going to go ahead and start working on the sloth's arms and leg that's going to be curled up over the branch. So I'm going to lightly sketch in a curve here and another curve here. We're going to make them look hairy later, but right now we'll just leave them like that. And then in the back side, I'll do the same thing, but I'm going to start here, kind of bring it around to about like that. And you want to make sure you have these, so if you drew a diagonal line, they'd touch. You don't want to have one really short and one really tall. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to need your handy dandy eraser, and I'm just going to use the end of my pencil eraser here. And you are going to erase this line. And this line. Okay, so now we have our sloth basically lined up, so we're ready to put in the branch. And for our branch, he's going to be hanging on here, so you want the top of the branch to be close to the top of his little feet and hands. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to make it just pop just over the top of it. And then if you want to split your branch off at the end, you can. You don't have to, it's kind of fun though. So I'm going to do that bottom, that's the end of the branch. Here's the thicker part, and it's going to get thinner or taper as it goes towards the other side. And then I'll do something like that so it looks a little bit more like a branch. Now we're going to start adding some detail onto our sloth. The first detail I like to add is I like to give him a little bit of fur. So I'm not going to worry too much about erasing that behind line just now. I can do that later after I do my drawing and tracing. Then I can erase it. Okay, and I'm going to make sure I put this line in here. I accidentally erased it a bit. So that's there. We can draw another little sloth arm coming up over here from the other side, so it was really hanging onto the branch. So I've got another side over here. I'm going to kind of bring this up. I'll just go ahead and make that a little furry now. And then I'm going to bring it up and over like that, so it looks like it's gonna wrap. I mean, this is really just a kind of like an oval shape, and I'll just erase right there. You guys remember, you can always pause the video and catch up or make changes or whatever it is that you need to do. I'm gonna give him some little finger marks there. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in his base. So I'm gonna draw a circle inside the circle. I'm not leaving too much space between these two circles. They're pretty close together. Okay, and then for his eyes, I'm going to give him the markings of his eyes. I'm going to do a curve and a curve, and I'm going to have his eyes closed. You can do them open. I'm going to make them look, because sloths are really sleepy. They sleep a lot, so I'm just going to have his eyes be closed. And then a little nose, and my sloth is pretty happy. Okay, so we've got his head here. Again, pause if you need to. Now I'm going to make his face a little, his cheeks and head a little fuzzy too. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm just going to kind of add some slightly ziggy-zaggy lines. You don't want to get crazy with it. Just a little bit. Okay, so that's basically the sloth himself. So we can leave him just kind of the way he is. If you want to, you can make this kind of connect like that. So this is like his belly and this is his legs, his leg rather. If you want to, you can add some more detail to your sloth picture. Sometimes, you know, sloths live really high up in trees, and sometimes I like to make just an extra branch or two. And sometimes I'll even do some leaves or something that are coming off the branches. Okay, now it's time to color. So guys, I'm going to do this and fast forward. You don't have to color yours at all. You can be done right here if you want, but I really love to color, so I'm going to color mine in. I hope you guys had fun drawing the super slow sloth, and I'll see you again soon.